All right, so this is part 2 of Health is Wealth. So where I left off is basically I had an ultrasound finally issued by my primary care physician after 6 years. And she calls me with my results and she's literally speaking Chinese. So she tells me to drive. I'm driving down there and I pull up to her office. I get there and she literally has a piece of paper in her hand and she reads off that I have polycystic ovarian cyst. She reads off that I have 2 fibroids. Mind you, she's been filling around down there for 6 years. So I'm just looking at her like, what you been doing? What you been doing down there this whole time? What you been doing? But I'm listening to her because I'm just like freaking out. Now, I'm not even going to lie to you. I had already did with the worst, which is try to look up some things. I had already diagnosed myself with cancer. So don't do that, okay? Do not do that. Do not go crazy with the research, all right? But what I will say is this. She gives me my results. She gives me the piece of paper that was given to her, I guess, by the ultrasound tech. And from there, I literally had to I said, well, I had to research again, which is horrible. Because I'm like, do you have any pamphlets or do you have anything that I can refer to? Is there anything that I can do to fix this issue? And she's pretty much just like, honestly, I'm just going to refer you, make sure I get you referred over to an OBGYN now with some urgency. So she refers me over to an OBGYN and then she just tells me, it's not a death sentence, and pretty much, it's like nothing else that she can really do. Mind you, this is supposed to be my friend. Like, I'm thinking, this is my sis. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I tell you everything. You done seen everything. So anyway, I had to really assess, like, okay, let me bring it in. She gave me one piece of paper to leave with and give me this list of things that I have issues with. And I'm just thinking to myself, why? And why me? If anybody knows about PCOS, which is, us, it's just like, it's a hormonal imbalance. I also found that I was insulin resistant, which is something that kind of falls underneath PCOS. Not everyone that has PCOS is insulin resistance, but it is a characteristic that one may have more than the other, per se. So in finding this out and knowing these things, I'm just like, what? Now, I've been a vegetarian my whole life. So automatically, people just assume, girl, you so healthy, ain't it? No, and I just really, I'm not going to even lie to you. She sent me home with this one piece of paper. So I had nothing to do but to research. So I researched what PCOS is. And y'all, you talking about somebody that was depressed. I'm looking it up, and you know how you got Google at the top and then you have images. God forbid, I'm not being funny and I'm not even trying to, but I'm seeing everything from women suffering from infertility, women's testimony saying that they've been trying for years to get pregnant. Okay, women literally are just, dealing with just a lot of hormonal issues, and they are more so heavy set. They also are having a hard time losing weight. I'm seeing women with full grown beards, and I'm just like, God, what is?
I'm seeing women with full-grown beards, and I'm just like, God, what is
going on? You know what I'm saying? And it's literally different for every person. And I want people to understand that PCOS is something that I know people have had for years, and they still have kids, and they don't all look the same. Everybody that has PCOS does not all look the same. But Lord have mercy, when your doctor sends you home and leaves you to do nothing but research, and you're on Google and WebMD, oh my God. Oh my God. It's like the devil. Like, don't ever. Just, if you do, because I recommend you doing it, but you know, filter it out, because if you're a person like me, I will stay up all night looking it up. So anyway, I'm looking at the issue. I'm looking at the different things that come with PCOS. And so then I'm like, okay, well, let me look up fibroids. Oh my God. I'm like, Lord Jesus. I'm seeing people with fibroids the size of watermelons. I'm seeing infertility issues for that. I'm seeing, painful, just weird looking things. And it's just not okay. It's just not okay. I felt entirely so betrayed by it all. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I almost was like, let me call her. We finna meet up somewhere and square up at this point. Like, how dare you let me go on all this time and not know that I have all of these issues? You know what I'm saying? It just made me feel extremely betrayed. And it goes back to me thinking about how many times I had complained to her, how many pap smears I've had, and, all the times that I had questions, and she kind of brushed them off. They were brushed off. And there's no way around it. I still have a lot of respect for the lady, but, I still say, I better not ever see her in the streets. But what I will say is, everything happens for a reason. You find out when you find out. I know I'm not the only person that has this, Thank God, Instagram and social media is around, because they actually have pages that cater to, PCOS awareness, fibroids, just fibroids awareness. So there's information out there, and there's good information out there, but it's really hard to filter between the two. So I strongly suggest, if you ever feel any type of way about how your body feels, ask the necessary questions and demand the necessary things, because otherwise you will go on in life and not know and not grow. And it takes you struggling to do something, struggling to get to a certain point, and struggling to even wrap your mind around it before you find out, like, you know what, let me get past this. Get past whatever it is whatever your issue is. Thanks guys for tuning in. Part 3 coming up soon.